Okay, now let's talk about the Harry Wilson job. The last episode of the season, last episode for Harry Wilson, it seems. And after we got to meet his family, what was it like for you coming in to knowing that this is going to be the last episode?
Well, never say never,
the last episode of the season, of the story that we're currently hearing and watching.
This was a job that I didn't anticipate wanting to do more than a year of, so I came in expecting the finale to be a sense of completion, and instead I felt myself feeling that like last day of camp, I'm going to miss my friends. This has been a lot more fun than I anticipated. I've enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would, and I'm going to miss it. So that was and that comes across. I mean, I was playing my reality. Harry very much feels that way. He is going to go on. He's going to try and change his life around. He's going to reconnect with his family, but he made this other family that he didn't expect to make. And, he's got these new friends that he doesn't want to lose. So I felt very like I was playing close to the bone there.
Do you think it's because this might be like one of the first times in a long time that he's had real friends, like real friends who it's not about you being an attorney. It's not about that I've helped you out or you scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's just they like me for me and the bad version of myself, the version of myself that I don't like and I have to confront every day, and they still accept me. Do you think like maybe that's like the first time he's just
I think that's an excellent point. Yeah, they accepted him as a flawed human being and didn't judge him then. And
he beat himself up a lot more than the team beat him up. I mean, they beat him up a little bit.
Somebody needed to deck him. He had it coming to him. You can't just beat yourself up and call it justice.
I need to know. So I don't know if you read the scripts in order or how. Did you think that Harry was like he had defunct, basically, that he had actually turned back to his old ways that he in leading the team?
I didn't know where the hell we were. I mean, truthfully, I'd like to believe that the writers all knew. I knew that they knew they were going to do this double switch, but we hadn't quite worked it out how we were going to do it, until after the Christmas break, and then Dean cracked it. So.
And that double switch was because Aldous or Harry had to film the
logistically.
Early,
we filmed our finale before the end of the season, and then we had to figure out how to get there, basically. And have that all feel like it was supported as if it had worked itself out chronologically. And the beats were there in terms of the story was written on the wall, but when you shoot it, sometimes looks very differently than you have on the wall. So it was a bit of a gamble that we could shoot the finale and Harry's goodbye and the reuniting with the family before we'd shot meeting the family, before we'd shot any of the other stuff leading up to it. Not for me. I think I'm done.
What? Well, you just learned to hack. You're not bad.
Yeah, you're not a thief, but you're thiefy. Thievish. Thiefity.
You were undercover for months. That's a grift.
You even threw a halfway decent punch there in the end.
I'm like a little pinch hitter hacker and like a little taste grifter thief. I'm half a lawyer now at best, but maybe if I mix that all together, I could still be something and do some good.
How?
Hang out a shingle, take the cases of people in need. I'm gonna become terribly poor. But maybe also become the kind of man my daughter can look in the eye. It all worked, I think. I haven't seen it yet.
I feel special. Okay.
Yeah.
It was great.
Cool.
It was wonderful. But there was a moment there where I was just like, I think along the way, Harry has been how the audience understands what leverage is and what leverage redemption is. He is that, because Brianna's already been indoctrinated. She's been ingrained. She knows that she's grown up around this. So she said this. But Harry is novice to all of this, and that's I think is how the audience understands through his experience with the team. So when I thought that he might have actually defunct and turned back, I was quite upset at him. I was like, I know he did not do that. I know he didn't put in all that work to just go back now, because I feel like once you see something, you can't unsee it. Ignorance is bliss, but now you know. So how can you turn back? I was mad.
I'm so happy that you were mad. I'm so happy. That means we did.
How could he do this? He has a family now.
I thought he could easily do it. He's an evil lawyer, and he was like, it's too hard to be good.
It is hard to be good.
Yeah.
It's hard to be good.
But it makes sense, though, because although I do wish Harry would have had more trust in the team. It makes sense because of his conditioning. He's conditioned not to really trust. He's still learning a part of that. And then it got very personal because it's his family involved in this, his ex-wife and his daughter, played by your daughter.
Yes, my daughter played my daughter. Yes.
She did an amazing job, by the way. Like I know, were you like, oh, did you shed a little tear?
You know, they told me that they were going to cast the part of my daughter at some point in the season, but I assumed it would be a part that worked few episodes. And my daughter has been expressing interest in starting a career for a few years now. She's been studying. And I haven't really not been supportive of it, but I haven't exactly encouraged it either because she's turning 16. She's got plenty of life left to have a career, and she's seen a very rarefied glimpse of what this life is like. It can
be a hard road.
Because she's only seen, I've worked most of her life. So I wanted her to be ready, and I wanted her to want to do it for the real reasons, not to make money or to be famous, but because she really loves the craft of it and storytelling, and she does. So then this part came up, and I realized it was only going to be in one episode, and it was only going to be a couple scenes, and I thought she could handle this. But I'm not directing the episode, so all I can do is I told her about it, and I sent her the script in advance, and I said, you're going to have to audition for this, and you're going to have to earn the part. You're going to have to get approved by Dean and Mark Roskin, who's directing it, and Amazon. And to her credit, she worked on it with her acting teacher, and she put herself on tape, and she submitted the tape, and it was really good. And Dean immediately said hire her, and so she got the job on her own. I told her I could get them to take your audition seriously, but you're going to have to get it. And in a weird way, I thought this is a great teachable moment either way. Either you're going to get your first professional job in the most loving incubator kind of environment you could possibly want to land into for your first job. You're playing your father's daughter on a set where you know half the crew from when you were a baby. Or you don't get the part of playing your father's daughter, and you learn early on in your career that this is the way the world
Cookie
works.
crumbles, and it happens like that
This
sometimes.
is more often than not. So it worked out for the best. And then she showed up, and she was extremely professional and did a great job. And I'm suddenly looking across the table at my daughter, and we're looking at each other, but we're acting with each other. But also the material's pretty close to the bone for our, it was multi-leveled and really beautiful, and one of the most memorable hugs I've ever had when we finished.
That's a great moment.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Did she ask you for any help or feedback or notes?
And
or
was she like, no,
advice?
Dad, don't say anything.
Yeah.
Don't embarrass
She was
me.
kind of, she was locked in. She was locked in doing her thing, and it was one of those, you can only make it worse by trying to help too much, If it's not broken, don't fix it. I learned that very early on. So she did her thing, I did my thing, and it was two actors who just happened to know each other really well.
Like, be related. Like,
yeah, but
like her entire life, known each other her entire life.
But I felt what I needed to feel, which is that she was in character playing against my character, even though it was the same relationship, and we aren't the same people. And she was playing circumstances that were, that were different. And I thought she did great.
I think she did a great
She
job,
did
too. She knocked it out the
fantastic.
park.
God help me.
I know. Well, I mean, you've like you said, your experience is what she's seen, and what we all know is, an amazing career with great work and progress and all these different things that I'm sure you've wanted to do, and things you got to do that you probably never even imagined that you would get to do. But that's not everyone's story. So I see
No,
the
nor is
protective dad
mine all
coming out of
rosy.
you.
I mean, she's been around. I've had some big disappointments. I've had jobs that I really wanted that I didn't get, and things that I was trying to put together that fell apart. And I've tried to allow all my kids to see both sides of it, to share in the celebration, but also understand the law of averages. Dad gets 1 out of every 12 he goes out for, That's 11 times Dad's going to come home in a slightly bad mood. And that's a good law. That's a good batting average for what we do. But it's a great life, and I would be hypocritical if I said that it hasn't been a great life for me. And the community of people I've fallen in with to be a storyteller is one that I wouldn't trade for anything. And if she finds friends and relationships and as much value in doing what she does as I do and what I do, that's all you can hope for as a parent.
Let's say Harry returns in season 2. would his...
Let's say there's a season 2, first of all.
We've
manifested
manifested
it.
it. We're
It's
manifesting.
Oh, we manifested it already. Okay.
It's happening.
We're manifesting.
Cool.
So let's say Harry returns in season 2. Would his daughter come with him?
I don't know. It's a
Would
great
she
question.
join the team, and what would her skill set be?
Yell's going to give everybody a job. She wants everyone to come back.
You don't know. My daughter's already figured out, like, she's going to start her own team, junior leverage, junior agents.
Yes.
Like, where's the adolescent brigade? We should be infiltrating. There's a lot of,
Thank you so much for joining us all season long.
This
Talk
has
about
been a
everything.
pleasure. I hope we get to do this again. I really do.
We're manifesting
season 2.
it. We're manifesting. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, that would be great. I had a really good time doing this show, and I would love to be part of it again in any capacity that they'll have me.
Yeah.
Sure. Hopefully we see more of Harry Wilson.
I hope so.